As much as it pains me to say this, before my daughter turned 17, I didn't feel any love for her. I didn't even like her, really. She certainly thought I did, but on the inside, I just couldn't feel anything but annoyance towards her. She was very manipulative and needed constant attention. I know that this is a common feeling in parents, but I feel so ashamed to actually say it out loud. Two particularly traumatic instances for me were one, where I was going through an extremely tough time and she wasn't there for me. She never gave me support or comfort that I needed, and there is no worse feeling than being betrayed by family. She was a teenager and old enough to know better. And two, there was a period when she was really pestering me to take her to a psychologist, and one time I caught her forcing herself to throw up. I didn't know what to do and felt completely helpless.
My neighbor made me watch lesbian porn from when I was 4 years old up until I was 10 years old. So she was a year older than me, and since we were around the same age, our parents had us hang out with each other. I remember that I was 4 years old because she was in kindergarten and I wasn't yet. I remember one day I was waiting for her to get off the bus, and when she got off the bus, she took me into her computer room. She locked the door and told me that I can't tell anybody what she's about to show me. So it started off with just looking up lesbians kissing on YouTube. And obviously I had no idea what this was because my family is very conservative and I never learned about that. So this would go on probably every single time that we hung out, which was probably every day. And she even forced me to watch it in my own house, but there was no lock on my door.
If anyone's wanting to know how to get revenge on someone who spread rumors about you, listen to this story and it may come in handy. So I had a friend that we can call Miranda who was obsessed with me. I was genuinely friends with her, but she would never give me a break. I could not get a breather from her at any point in time. Everywhere I went, she went. And this girl would actually get so upset with me anytime I would go over to another friend's house. I knew she was really insecure and just trying to get attention, so I tried to be patient with her. However, one day I just could not take it anymore. I got into a massive fight with her over how overprotective she is. I literally said, "You are a stage 5 clinger." And in response, this girl ended up joining my basketball and softball team, which I've been on for forever. She told her mom that I was bullying her, which was a complete lie, but then her mom went to the coaches. She got me kicked off the team and then continued to spread rumors about me. I ended up losing my best friends, and if anyone's wanting to know how to get revenge on someone who spread rumors about you, listen to this story and it may come in handy. So I had a friend that we can call Miranda who was obsessed with me. I was genuinely friends with her, but she would never give me a break. I could not get a breather from her at any point in time. Everywhere I went, she went. And this girl would actually get so upset with me anytime I would go over to another friend's house. I knew she was really insecure and just trying to get attention, so I tried to be patient with her. However, one day I just could not take it anymore. I got into a massive fight with her over how overprotective she is. I literally said, "You are a stage 5 clinger." And in response, this girl ended up joining my basketball and softball team, which I've been on for forever. She told her mom that I was bullying her, which was a complete lie, but then her mom went to the coaches. She got me kicked off the team and then continued to spread rumors about me. I ended up losing my best friends and even my boyfriend over the rumors that she spread about me. So that's when I decided to get revenge. So I decided that I was going to send her over an apology gift with makeup in it, which was a mix of drugstore items and poison.
Girls, tell me about a time where your quick thinking probably saved your life. I'll go first. 2 years ago, I was walking my dog at the park and a man approached me and asked to take a picture of her. And I said yes, because why not? It's a picture of a dog. So we started taking a picture of my dog, and then I realized that he was like holding up her collar, and then it hit me. My address is on that collar. He's not taking a picture of my dog. He's taking a picture of my address. So I told him that I actually didn't feel comfortable with him having a picture of my dog, and I asked him to delete it. So he deletes it and then like starts walking away really fast. And I was like, "Excuse me, sir. No, could you also go into your deleted album and delete it from there?" And he goes, "I don't have a deleted album." And I was like, "You have an iPhone. Everybody has a deleted album. Could you please delete the picture?" And he was like, "Sorry, I don't have a deleted album," and like keeps walking away. And keep in mind, this is like 2 PM in a park. Like there's other people around. So now I'm like chasing after him and I'm telling him, "Sir, I know you have the album. I will show you where the album is. Can you please go onto your phone so that we can delete the picture?" Oh, part 2.
Story time! When I was in 6th grade, my mom would pick me up from school early most days out of the week, which I didn't have a problem with because who wouldn't want to get picked up early from school? Anyways, I noticed that every single time she would pick me up, we would go buy food and then my mom would bring it to this tire shop. I never saw who she gave the food to until one day she came back to the car with a guy, we'll just call him Julio. Anyways, my mom and Julio were being very touchy and flirty with each other, but my 11-year-old self didn't think anything other than it's just a friend she knows from high school. So we continuously meet him about 3 times a week, bringing him lunch and stuff, and then I saw my mom texting Julio and it said, "Hola mi rey, espero verte más a rato." So I was like, "Oh, who's that, mom?" And she said, "Oh, it's just Julio." So that's when I realized that they were more than just friends from high school. So I told her that I knew what she was doing, but I wasn't going to say anything to my stepdad because I don't like him. So this keeps happening for about a month where me and my mom would leave at night and not come home till later. But whenever my stepdad would ask, we would just say that we were at my grandma's house. I started getting really close to Julio and he was always buying me gifts and clothes and taking me to my dance practices.
I have a 16-year-old babysitter who watches my 4 and 8-year-old. She watches my kids from 9 to 7 from Monday through Saturday, so I asked if she liked anything stocked up in the pantry or the fridge. She mentioned that she really likes seltzer water, and I bought them for the first month, but honestly, I forgot after a while and never kept any in the fridge. A few days ago, I bought hard seltzers for me and my husband and didn't think anything of it. While I'm at work, she messaged me to say if I can come home early because she's not feeling well. I asked her to try and hold out until the end of the day. Not too long after, she called me crying, saying that something was wrong and she had to go home. She was drunk, clearly. She had drank the hard seltzers that were in the fridge. I told her to leave and she walked home. She called me the next day crying that she didn't know that the hard seltzers had alcohol in them. Both her parents were alcoholics and she was diagnosed with PTSD regarding alcohol. She never planned on drinking in general. I told her not to come back as she put my children in danger. She says she really didn't know and she cares deeply about my children and would never ever drink or put them in danger. She really can't afford to lose this job. I told her to find a real job and that it wasn't my fault she got drunk. My husband says I'm being very rude and that she did try to reach out when she wasn't feeling well. And my kids are upset to see her go.
You guys are not even going to believe it when I say that when I was 15, I almost became a stepmom. Yes, we did skip a few chapters, so let's start from the beginning of the book. Back in the day, in middle school, there was this new bad boy in town. And for the purpose of the story, his name will be Dean. So Dean was a little bit older, but he would date some of the middle school girls. A little sus, I know, but even beyond this man had a bad reputation. And I did my best to stay away from guys like him. That was until the second quarter of my sophomore year in high school happened. And while my mom and I were walking around Walmart looking for a pair of jeans, we ran into Dean's mom. Well, our mom started talking and bonded really well. And that's when his mom suggested that we would be a really cute couple. She talked about how much he's changed, so I went ahead and added him on Snap. And the insane thing is that we actually started having really good conversation. Like deep existential ones. But one night I was bored and started to creep on his Instagram account. And I came across a gender reveal photo. This man had a whole son on the way. And I accidentally liked the photo and that's when I got a text from Dean saying, "Go ahead, ask me."
It's story time, so make sure you grab a snack, sit back, and relax, and let's get on with the chisme. Well, this one day, me and my sister and my mom had went to the Dominican Republic for a mini vacation, right? And just so you guys know, it was summertime, so I was gonna stay with my grandma for a while because my mom flew with us, but she had to go back home to work in America. So me and my sister were staying with my grandma alone. So then while we were there on vacation, this one day, me and my sister and my youngest cousin decided that we wanted to go to the park. That's exactly what we did. We walked there, and while we were there, we were playing, we were running around the grass. We were just enjoying our time as kids should. But then while we were all playing, this little boy comes up to us. He looks like he's about 12 years old and he was really short. Of course, we looked at him and we stopped running around because we thought he was going to ask us something, right? And instead, he just stays quiet, walks up to us, and he ended up slapping both me and my sister in the butt. After that, we didn't say anything. This boy started running away, and me and my sister and my cousin ended up running after him because, you know, like, have some respect. How are you just gonna slap someone in the butt that you don't even know? Then at this point, it started raining. And I had gotten my hair done the day before, and I have really curly hair, so I didn't want to get it.
What's up, whores and hoochies? I'm back again. Only this time we're doing a story time because why not? But this story is basically about my really creepy, inappropriate 8th grade science teacher. So in middle school, we had this teacher whose name will be Mr. Guitar. And basically Mr. Guitar was like known around campus for like being a creep. Especially towards like the younger girls, which didn't make any sense because like, bro, we're 12. Relax. But basically, like, he had already been caught like having corn magazines in his desk at school, and like I guess he would like take the pages out and rip them up and like throw them around campus. It was really weird. Anyways, like, and we would find them like full anyways. So 7th grade he was my math teacher, and then 8th grade comes around and all of a sudden he's a science teacher, whatever. But during the beginning of the year, he calls me up to his desk and he's like, "Hey, Savannah, I know that you were, you know, in my class last year, and, you know, I'm doing a different subject, but hey, if you need help, I really want you to plug into me this year." And he like winked and did that little thing, you know, and I was like, okay, that's weird. So I start turning around to go back to my desk, and then he's like, "Oh, Savannah, one more thing." And I turn around. Bro, why is he still actively staring at my butt? I don't want to get banned or nothing. But yeah, he was staring at my little 12-year-old tuchus. And then when I turned fully around, he had the nerve to look at my chest and then look at my face. I said, "Sir, I'm telling my mom, and she's gonna come up here and she's gonna whoop you." But long story short, that teacher ended up getting fired. I'm not 100% sure why, but from what I heard, he got fired because he was looking at corn on his school computer and got caught up. So yeah, but a couple years later, I ended up adding him on Facebook because I'm nosy. And I don't know, man's missing an eye now. So basically, just don't look at corn at school while you're a teacher, and you'll still have both your eyes. I ripped my glove. Anyways, but yeah, that was my story. I'm still not done with this video. And I skipped a whole lot of steps, but bow, there's the final product. If you don't like it, I don't care. Talk to your mom, not me. And yeah, bye.